Please, for the love of God. Oh, I think we're all good. I think we did it, guys. Just give me a quick confirmation in the chat that we are hearing audio. Oh, yeah. Bro, hurry up. Need to make food. Laugh at that. What does that mean? He's done it. He really is. He really has. I don't need any boys. First try. We are so good. Yeah, you know what this... Oof, you know what, though? We do have to run one real quick test. Let's make sure we can... Let's make sure we can hear audio if I want to play something. That's going to be the real test of how much boys I need. All right, let's see. Please, for the love of God, is the best starting point. Hey, look. We're throwing up a Hail Mary here. Let's make sure. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing. That's going to be the real test of how much boys I need. All right.
The distribution of equities across households. The top 10%
Can we
of
hear this?
Americans own 88% of equities.
Hey, look.
88% of the stock market. The next 40% owns 12% of the stock market. The bottom 50 has debt. They have credit card bills. They rent their homes. They have auto loans.
Ooh, great. There's an echo.
88% of the stock market. The next 40% owns 12% of the stock market. The bottom 50 has debt. They have
We may,
credit
in
card
fact.
bills. They rent their homes. They have auto
Ooh,
loans.
great. There's an echo.
88% of the stock market. The next 40% owns 12% of the stock market. The bottom 50 has debt.
We may, in fact, need a boy. We may, in fact, need a boy. Ooh, great. There's an echo. We may, in fact, need a boy. We may, in fact, need a boy. Great. There's an echo. It's not doing it over here, though, right? No. All right. What did I do? Why is it always something? Why is it always fucking something? It's because I got cocky, isn't it? Yeah. It's not doing it over here, though, right? No. All right. What did I do? Why is it always something? Why is it always fucking something? It's because I got cocky, isn't it? Yeah. It's not doing it over here, though, right? No. All right. What did I do? Why is it always something? Why is it always fucking something? It's because I got cocky, isn't it? Yeah. I'll tell you what, whoever made this fucking software is some kind of sadist. It's like every time you figure out one thing, they're like, well, just so you know, we went ahead and fucked up the other shit for you. God damn it. Unbelievable. Is it not because you have your stream open in another tab? Let's see.
And we've got to give them some relief.
Is there echo now?
I was struck by the statistic from last year.
That's the message right there.
Is there echo now?
Of equities across households, the top 10% of Americans own 88% of equities, 88% of the stock market. The next 40% owns 12% of the stock market. The bottom 50
I fixed
has debt. They have credit.
Oh, boy. What an absolute fucking nightmare. It's fixed. It's fixed. Hey, every time we get better. That's all we got to say. You know? I made a stupid mistake. What are you most looking forward to about Portland, Mr. Emil? You know what? The shows are always the best part. Getting to see people who are excited about excited about coming out and see us. What's better than that? Write down these fixes for next time. I should have a little board up here of, hey, here's what you fucked up. Whew. Thoughts on NJ Mayor Gina LaPlaca? I genuinely don't know who that is, but I'll Google it for you. Is this Gina LaPlaca? Why should I know this person? NJ Mayor charged with drunk driving, a classic, a New Jersey classic. Oh boy. Is there video? It looks like there's a video. What do mayors do? You know what I mean? Besides just like do drugs and get drunk and get pulled over by the cops. It seems like that's their whole vibe. Is it worth watching the video? What is the green liquid you're drinking? It's mint tea. It's their tea leaves. Mint. It's just mint tea. Have you looked at the New York City mayoral race and Zoran Mamdani? Where have you been, pal? I've been talking about it. Let's see what this lady's up to real quick.
Yes, I am.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am.
Oh, her kid's with her. Come on, you guys did not warn me about the kid.
Mirror here.
That's not good.
What happened?
Oh, brother.
Was it like this?
Yeah, that's a.
What about this here? Did you hit something on the way here?
Yeah.
What'd you hit? Where at?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Where you come from?
From school?
School. Where's the school? Have you had anything to drink?
Yeah.
Where at? It's all right.
Oh, this one. Okay. First off, I thought it was gonna be like kind of funny. This is mostly just sad. She starts crying and her child is with her. That's whoever recommended Gina LaPlaca. Come on, man. Not the vibe. got a kid in the car drunk driving. Awful vibe on a Saturday. Unbelievable.
The distribution of equities across households, the top 10% of Americans own 88% of equities, 88% of the stock market. The next 40% owns 12% of the stock market. The bottom 50 has debt. They have credit card bills, they rent their homes, they have auto loans, and we've got to give them some relief. I mean,
this is wild. I never thought I'd hear Republicans talk about it like this. I don't know if they're just trying to cover their asses because of of what's happening to the stock market or what. But this is truly wild.
By the statistic from last year.
That's the message right there. Just as a bystander, I'm like, wow, okay.
All right, or that I like.
The Republicans are now the party of redistributing wealth. Is that what's happening?
The examples, and I was really struck by two different statistics last year. Summer of 2024, Americans took more European vacations than they had in history. Summer of 2024, more Americans were using food banks than they ever have in history. I went into two food banks near my hometown to ask, what's the story? And they said, it really takes, for a lot of people, it's a loss of dignity to walk in a food bank.
Of course.
But they were seeing a new phenomenon, that it wasn't their traditional clientele. It wasn't people who'd lost their homes. It wasn't people out on the street. These were working families who could no longer, $100.
This is unbelievable. Can you and Ben do a mukbang video? Probably not. Why? What is the deal with that? Why do people get off on that? Any Bevins Rex after finishing Jakarta Method? Yeah, honestly, if you love the CIA stuff, dive right into Devil's Chessboard. What an absolute thrill that is. Hey, I found out about this live because of your Instagram story. Great, that was the point of it. Why is Rittenhouse trending? Do I live under a rock? Why is Rittenhouse trending? Email for president. No, that would be a nightmare. I don't. Just got a bunch of people mad at me. Oof. What's a TBR video? Don't say stuff I don't know. That's a new rule. That's a new stream rule. If you say stuff I don't know, I'm gonna get really upset. Now I gotta Google TBR. To be read? What does that mean? Someone say what TBR means right now. Or I'm gonna get really pissed. I have to go change my laundry. Can you pause for a few minutes? Yeah, guys, Alex has to do the laundry, so we're all just gonna pause. Yeah, no one say anything. To be rude? That's what it means? I don't understand at all. Book recommendation video, essentially? What does it mean, though? What is TBR? Oh, boy. Forgot Emil's ancient, my bad. Oh, that's a new rule, too. If you call me old, immediately banned from the stream. You say anything I don't know. You say anything I don't know. Out. Call me old. Out. You get to be rude about whatever you want. See, now that I like. I like a to be rude video, and I think we actually might make all the streams TBR videos. Oh, to be read. Yeah, I get it. Like the books you want to read. I got it. Do you know how to ban people? You know what? I'll figure it out. I'm sure I could figure it out. I'm sure once I figure it out, I'll somehow start echoing or something, but I could definitely do it. That's honestly the next thing I got to do is I want to learn how to run this thing like a tyrant. I want to, at the slightest, just the most minor infraction, I want to ban people. We're going to run this thing like 2 years away from 30 and I'm genuinely nervous, to be honest. Why? Because people on the internet might call you old. Ban them. If people call you old, ban them. If people call you anything, ban them. Someone says something, block. I need a team of mods. I doubt it. There's like 90 people in here. I can handle it for now. Emil, what is your skincare routine? You guys gotta get new questions. Or you know what? We're gonna do I'm gonna do like on a subreddit where they post questions, commonly asked questions, and you guys can just go look at there. You can do. Has someone asked skincare routine? Has someone asked hair care? Has someone asked I would be the best mod, Emil. Can you even have a mod on a YouTube channel? I don't know. But I want to play. There's this very funny video of Benny Johnson. I find it very it's very amusing that these guys who used to just have the easiest job in the world when they would just have to pick, you know, whatever the woke of the day is and go with that. Now these guys have to defend defend these insane economic policies. Look at this beautiful guy.
Losing money costs you nothing.
Losing money costs you
It's just the
nothing.
reality of life.
That's the reality of life, okay? Losing money costs you nothing.
You're gonna, like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing. In fact, it builds quite a bit of character. In fact, you learn a lot of lessons, actually.
You guys should be, if you're losing money right now, you should be glad because you're gonna have more character. Morons.
By losing money. Losing your character costs you everything. Losing your country costs you everything. There are things you can't get back. The government can print more money, and it will. Sadly, that's just the reality. It's fugazi, it's fugazi. It's just that there's a boom.
Also, that's cultural appropriation. He can't say fugazi. There's enough anti-Italian sentiment in this country. We don't need Benny Johnson doing this to us.
Boom and a bust every 10 years, and it's been that way since the invention of modern markets in the 1600s. The Dutch crash of 1649. You ever heard of it? It's just the way that it worked.
Ever heard of it? It's just the way that it works. What is wrong with this fucking guy? Shouldn't he be talking about, I don't know, some swimmer getting her ass kicked and being pissed about, I don't know, trans athletes?
It's the way that like monetary policy has always worked. There's going to be ups and downs, especially as the table gets reset. If you lose the character of your country, if your town gets hollowed out, give me that photo of that town, man.
I obviously don't really know much about this guy. If anyone's ever seen him before, he seems so defeated. Is this just always as he is, or is he genuinely just like, I don't know how to navigate this extremely weird economic time. I've hitched my entire wagon to this movement, and now I have to do mental gymnastics.
Give me a photo of that town in West Virginia.
Give me a photo of that town
Town
in
gets
West
hollowed
Virginia.
out, and your entire neighborhood gets addicted to opioids, and your steel mill shuts down, and your farmers can't grow crops, and there's no more cattle ranchers, there's no more cowboys, there's no more fishers.
There's no more cowboys. Won't someone think of the cowboys? Won't someone think of the cowboys?
There's no more workers, and we're completely and totally dependent upon slave labor peasants across Asia to make every good and service and pharmaceutical. Then you've actually lost your country, and then we are the slaves. There you go. This is West Virginia, and it's so sad that this was a factory that provided thousands of honest, good-hearted, steel-working jobs for our fellow countrymen. And it was ripped. The guts of it got ripped out and shipped by people like Mitch McConnell so that they could make...
Jesus Christ. Shipped by people like Mitch McConnell. It's got to be tough. It's got to be tough to be one of these guys. You made your bread doing the whole woke thing, and now you got to be... Oh, people are pointing out, of course, he was one of these grocery freaks. Grocery customers have a meltdown over food prices. Blame Joe Biden. The figures include sales at grocery stores, convenience stores, and liquor stores. Kamala, where are you on lowering grocery store prices? Oh, gosh. Benny, what are we going to do with you, Benny boy? Benny Johnson is an actual Ben Cell. Oh, man. Wait, is he actually Italian? Someone's saying he's actually Italian now. I'll be pissed. He can't. God, yeah, the flag. Also, he's got, if you notice, he's got this ridiculous map. Can you see this? Which I imagine it's one of those maps where it like it makes it seem like empty land is who's voting. Only big cities want to vote for dumb liberals. Oh. Who are we talking about? Who is this Benny? It's Benny Johnson. I'll be honest with you, I'm not even fully familiar with what his... He just has a show called The Benny Show. No one really knows what he's up to. Also, update. Now that I got all this stuff going, we had a minor thing. I want to say that I am very close. I shouldn't say that. That's a promise I probably can't keep up. But I feel like I'm close to figuring out how to do the guest thing. I also got to figure out how to test it without without people coming in, because that one's gonna be a disaster. Okay, that one's truly gonna require a village of boys. But the moment I'm gonna have everyone calling in, I'm gonna have ex-President Joe Biden calling in. I'm gonna have whoever you guys want. I'll do a oh, you know what? Also, I've never done a... Let's start a poll. Let's see. Let's see how the poll checks out. Does this even work? I mean, this is... Now we're living in the future here. We can do polls. Wow. It's neck and neck, really. Anyone's ball game. Oh, he figured out polls. Look, I'm going to be pulling all kinds of stuff out. I just want that to be very clear. You know what's funny? Emil beating the Luddite allegations. I'm actually reading... Has anyone read that book? Blood in the Machine? I just started it. Is that what it's called? Blood in the Machine? But it's all about how everyone's got the Luddites wrong. They were not these like morons who couldn't understand tech. They were they were fighting for their livelihoods and communities and stuff. Emil will be fully coding by next week. That's actually true. No, I'm not going to learn to code in this economy. I'm going to learn my factory skills. I'm going to have to start learning how to affix bumpers to cars in a very quick manner on an assembly line, and I'm going to probably learn how to work with textiles. Emil, do you support any Italian soccer teams from the Serie A? I don't know anything about soccer. Sorry about that. Get Zoran Mamdani on. I would love to. I don't think he even knows who I am, pal. I don't think he knows who I am. I could always ask him. I could say, hello, pal. It's me, your biggest Los Angeles supporter. By far, your biggest Los Angeles supporter. All right, we're ending this poll. We thank everyone for taking part in it. Wow, there's quite a few people in here now. If you just joined, there are some rules. If you say something that I don't know or don't understand, automatic ban. Call me old, automatic ban. Would you collab with Hasanabi? All of these people, they seem like lovely people. They just have no idea who I am. I don't think I'm willing to collaborate with anybody. I just, you know. Duck phobia. What do I do? I don't know what that means, pal. So can't help you there. First guess, Gleep Corp. Look, Gleep Corp goes where Gleep Corp wants. I have no control over Gleep Corp. I'm sorry about that. Favorite meal to eat post gummy. Need to plan for my evening. No, I don't have one for you. Ask about your skincare routine. Banned. Yeah, that's actually very true. I got to make up a whole list. It's gonna be pretty authoritarian in here, but in a fun way. It's gonna be fun. You'll get unbanned pretty quickly. Emil, I personally would like you to bring on somebody that would disagree with everything you say just to see how quickly you get mad. You want me to get wet. You want me to get mad. Kevin is around, but he's probably laying down. I was throwing the ball for him all morning. He's a little tired guy. Book recommendation, not banned. I want that to be canon. Book recommendations are never banned. Although book recommendation, everyone is normal until there's one weird person who's not normal. I used to answer anyone's DMs about books, and then I stopped because one person ruined it for everybody. I said, you know what, it's like everyone who took advantage of the REI return policy, and now they had to change it, and you only get 1 year. It's people like you. You abuse the beautiful things in life. Oh, brother, here goes Emil on stop being so vague on book recs. I mean, come on, bear with me. If someone just every day goes, Emil, any book recs? That's tough, okay? Book recommendation ticker in the background, that's actually something we should work on. I honestly should just post a list of classics I like. Start there. Just finished Conversations with Friends. Have you read any Sally Rooney? I've never read a Sally Rooney book. She seems like a nice woman. But I've never read any of it. What do you expect, Mr. Books? Hey, look, I did this to myself, right? What should I read to feel hopeful? Whew, that's a tough one. You know what? I mean, I read that book recently, Humankind, by that guy, Rucker Bregman. It's not a bad place to start, honestly. It's a pretty good... I think it might get those juices flowing for you. Wow, look at that. The chat is taking over for the book recommendations, which is great. They're giving you everything you need. They're giving you everything you need. I don't even know a lot of these books. You guys also, I'll tell you what, Rach, you're flirting with a band, Soulmate Theory. I don't know what that is. And I'm going to Google it because I don't know what it is. Soulmate Theory. Suggests a belief in predestined perfect Oh, what do you mean, what's my soulmate theory? I don't have one. Emil, I desperately need your wisdom. What are your thoughts on ethical career paths in this god-awful capitalist society? My thoughts are I wouldn't get wrapped up in that kind of stuff. There's a remember the meme, the like it's the two peasants. It's the two, like, yet you participate in society meme. Here. We should improve society somewhat, yet you participate in society. Curious. I'm very intelligent. I mean, this just really sums up the whole game. I mean, I wouldn't go out there and do things that actively make the world worse, but I wouldn't get wrapped up in making yourself feel like you need to I like you need to, and that's not a saying don't do good things in the world, but I mean, you got to have a job, like, and there's not a whole lot that are that are going to be able to like meet some people's expectations. I mean, you're just going to have to compromise things, and you have to participate in society. There's also a really funny, you want to live a life, you know what I mean? I wish I could find it. There's a really funny quote from, not quote, it's a video. Let me see if I can find it. I'm never going to find it, but there's a very funny video. Noam Chomsky's giving a speech, and he's talking about how he gets emails from people and stuff, and he'll sometimes get emails from women saying, you know, what do I do? My boyfriend or husband refuses to get a job. He says none of them live up to his, I don't know, socialist ideals or whatever. And you don't want to be that guy. You gotta live a life. You gotta participate. You gotta help out. God, there's too many people. I don't know how people do this with like thousands of people in here. I can't. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and there's so many things coming in. But maybe sometimes you just got to tune out from the chat. You know what I mean? Maybe there's too much chat going on. Maybe you got to listen to the chat between your two ears. That's the real chat. The only chat I'm interested in. How about this for a little palate cleanser, huh? Can we I feel like we can all get behind this. I mean, if that doesn't go hard, I don't know what does, okay? Also, what did I do that we've got the, maybe it's fine. I appreciate it. We've got the real heavy book hitters in the chat. I love that. It's just What are the, I mean, you guys have to be in like the 99th percentile. The amount of people talking about books in this chat is actually insane. 'Cause isn't there stats like percentage of people who read a book in the last year? It's like 0. 54% of Americans said they read at least one book in a year. 46% of US adults reporting not reading any books in 2023. It really is nerds out here, but I love it. I'm here for it. Wow, I started reading because of you, unfortunately. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Everyone should read. I can't stress it enough. Do programming books count as reading? Anything counts as reading. I read instruction manuals. I throw it on the list. I said I read that one this year. That's why when they asked me how many books I read, I said 1,000. Read the instructions on something you're cooking. Book. Put it on the list. Cataloging librarian, but unfortunately I've been in a reading slump for a long time. Even with a username like bookcase88, I mean, come on. We got to get you back out there. I stopped my book for you, Unc. Never stop a book for the likes of me. Each tweet counts as book. Yep. Tweets count as books. Only the threads. Tweets are articles. If you read a thread, that's a book. Guys, we gotta start pretending like the cool kids in high school are walking up to our lunch table. We gotta think of anything other than books to talk about. Shit. Here comes Ryan. Fuck. Stop talking about books. Seriously, shut up. Yeah, we're all smoking. We're talking about basketball. Quick. No, do not bring up D&D. Seriously, shut up. Cannot recommend The Seven Moons of Mali Almeida enough. I did read it. It was good. It was fun. But we're actually talking about sports and cool stuff now. So I actually don't know what that book is. Also, I do have something cool for you that the cool kids are going to like. How do we feel about this, huh?
Bitch made diamonds on my neck and it's I'm a real nigga. I'm a fucking
Is this
bitch
real? Can people
quick,
tell me if
and my
this is
slip
real?
up.
I can't
Bitches on
tell.
my dick, they gon' dance on my lap. And if you talking shit, you gon' get a bitch slap. Yeah, I like a mean bitch, not in the scene bitch. Type of bitch, I don't know about shit. I'ma pull up all black in a new whip, tryna get rich. I'ma have to hit a lick, yo. Bro, think he in a murder case. Yeah, broke nigga, fuck nigga. I'm a great nigga, cut a nigga off with the switchblades. Nigga talking shit because he bitch made. Diamonds on my neck and it's lemonade. You can see it through the window, escalade. Cause I'm trying to get paid.
Emil, pick winners of the Final Four tonight. The only Final Four I know is the Houston tennis tournament, the U.S. clay tournament. I know Tommy Paul and Tommy Paul's playing someone, and then Tiafoe's playing someone. I'm thinking we're gonna have a Paul Tiafoe final, but maybe it's already happened. Let me see. I should put it on in the background. Ooh, wow. Tommy Paul is actually, all right. It's 3-0 now, but it won't stop raining in Houston, so Other than that, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Final Four. I'm not paying attention to college basketball, and I apologize for that. I know as a real American, I should be fired up. Emil, what do you have faith in? You know what? I don't know. Not much these days, but I will say, I really want to go see that. I really want to go see that documentary, the encampments. I heard it's pretty inspiring, and I've found seeing the stuff the students are doing, especially at Columbia University, pretty.
We're here to discuss
Inspiring, I think, in a moment where literally so many people are just doing nothing. They're they're at least doing something, and in the face of just horrible treatment. I mean, just beaten, gassed. The professors who try to protect them being just violently arrested. Now being students now being disappeared. These kids just keep going. And not only that, I mean, the president, Joe Biden, calling them anti-Semitic, just absolute zero support. I want to see this movie, and these kids really do give me some kind of hope.
We're here to discuss the little Gazas that have risen up on campuses across America.
There is a movement to radicalize young people.
Can you believe they are chanting about the infantada in New York City?
I really believe they are
Also, that guy said infantada.
brainwashed.
There was a very concerted effort by the media to portray things a certain way and refuse to discuss Gaza. Colombia is materially invested in the genocide in Gaza. We don't want our money to go towards Palestinian death.
I was born and raised in a Palestinian refugee camp. The university was cracking down on Palestinian activism on campus.
It's completely farcical to imply that in any way, like, Jewish people were being persecuted.
I have never felt more proud to be Jewish than when I was pushing our university to divest from genocide.
They would just criminalize anyone who would participate in a protest. That was the moment where students were like, we need to do something more.
The people they won't leave, but it's threatening about divesting of one piece.
The university would say like, oh, you're overestimating your power. I remember like telling them there are 60 universities setting up encampments across the United States.
You get it. But yeah, so I think that kind of gives me some faith right now. It's playing in, I think it's playing in LA. I'd really like to go see it. And I mean, they're still at it. The kids are, the last I saw, they were chaining themselves to gates in Colombia, demanding information about Mahmoud Khalil. Yeah, I mean, these kids have more courage than, I don't know. But is there a politician that is, I mean, maybe Rashida Tlaib. Someone like Zoran Mamdani. I mean, I saw him screaming at let's see. I think it is playing around here. Yeah, it's playing around here. So I really want to go see that. Cory Booker, just kidding. Yeah, that's a good joke. That guy, come on, man. That's the sad reality. That's that's what a That's what they have to offer us at this moment. What about Minecraft movie? You know, I don't know much about it. I'd rather see the encampments at this point. That's just where I'm at personally. Favorite protest song? I don't know. But I do love oh, you can't play songs on here. That's so annoying. I do love Phil Ox's Love Me, I'm a Liberal. It's pretty beautiful. "1966" that came out and just still hits just as hard. But yeah, I wish that is the dream. I wish I could figure out a way to do this where you could play songs. That would be really incredible. Chicken Jockey. Hey, Selly, you are flirting with a band. I don't know what that means. And the only reason you're lucky because we don't have the rules aren't up, and it's not fair to ban someone without a rule. But just know you are Any advice on sticking to a healthy diet? Yeah. Find out how to make it taste good. You know what I mean? Don't dump a bunch of shit on it. But that's the thing. So obviously, I watch Sarah cook now, and it's so crazy how little you have to do to make things taste good. She cooks these things where I'm like, and I watch so I can do them later and learn. I'm shocked every time. I'm like, wow, you made that with just a little bit of olive oil and salt. It's the most delicious thing I've ever had. Yeah, that's my real advice on how to stick to a healthy diet. Just get a chef girlfriend. That that will really do it. No, but I was doing it before. That's a joke. But that was I had to do a lot of meal prep on my part. I was really flying blind on the cooking stuff, but cooking most of your meals helps. I wouldn't do all the DoorDash Postmate stuff. Not only is it very expensive, it's just you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time not eating trash. How many hours per day on TikTok is too much? Any amount. I kind of think that thing rots your brain, but I'm not here to police people. Go ahead and do whatever you want. Emil, come to LA. I live in LA, brother. That's going on the rule. Come to the place I am. Banned. Any advice for moving to New York City? Yeah, do it. Go. It's great. Find roommates if you have to. Get out there and make it work. Find a neighborhood you like. Will you ever buy a house? Probably not. Where am I going to get that kind of money? Huh? Where am I going to get out of this is what I like. Emil, stay out of North Carolina. Please. I want places. Tell me I'm not allowed. That makes me feel good. Tell me I want to make sure I am not allowed any of these places. Emil, never come to Toronto. Look, we wanted to go to, and we still do. We want to go to Toronto. I'm honestly not completely comfortable leaving the country at this point. I think I'm sure it's perfectly fine, and I'm being a baby. I just don't know what these kooky guys are up to. But I'm sure it's completely fine. I just want to see what happens. Is that fair? Oh. Free places to hang out in New York, parks, walking. Walking is always free. You can walk your little ass off in New York. Library, some of the best libraries. There's definitely some free museums. I'm blanking on them at the moment. Yeah, subway's free. Ride the subway. Just ride the subway all. Oof. I remember I mean, I would always take the subway. I rarely took taxi. I remember I drank too much one night and I got on the subway, fell asleep, woke up at way past my stop. And I was like, poof, damn. Gotta get back on. Woke up way past my stop. I did that, poof, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And that was free. That cost me nothing. That adventure of mine, completely free. What are you worried about? Oh, just the fact that there's what are you scared of? The fact that there's people are having trouble at the border. I don't know if you've heard coming back in. Some people's situations are more precarious than others. What does this mean? Ben and Emil without the Ben is like Silence of the Lambs, but it's just Jodie Foster being a competent FBI agent. Does that make me Jodie Foster and Ben Hannibal Lecter? Okay, I'm reading through the chat of what happened while I was gone, and a lot of you guys are getting bans. That's 100% for sure. Let's see. Any tips for going to Coachella? You're not going to like this. Don't go. No, I'm joking. If that's your thing, go. It's just not my thing. It's like it seems like I've never been, I don't think I've ever been to a music festival. It seems stressful. It seems like a bad way to experience live music. It seems like the peak of people using just videotaping everything, Instagramming everything. Your silence on Giannis dropping 35, 17, 20 is absolutely deafening. I do apologize for that. But I've not been paying attention to basketball. That is on me. Also, hang on. We had to get the tennis. We had to get the tennis on. They're back. And I was muted for a second. That's on me. Oh my God, there's so many chats coming in at once. Emil, when you coming to know? Oh my God.
Couldn't imagine Director of National Intelligence was going to be being better than Tulsi Gabbard, head of the FBI being better than Kash Patel, or the health secretary being better than Bobby Kennedy. You got Tulsi cheering on leveling an apartment building. Missile guy back to his apartment building where his girlfriend lives. So we leveled the building, and she's sending like thumbs up emojis. Every time I hear from Kash Patel lately, it's never about the criminals in government anymore. He was on a goddamn media tour for 2 years. Everything he ever said was that there's all these criminals in the FBI. Gotta get these people who committed all these heinous crimes against our republic. not talking about that anymore today, then Bobby Kennedy is out fighting the real health crisis, which is anti-Semitism. Looking around the administration at this point, I think we got the positives out of Donald Trump that we would get, but man, this all just points in such a bad direction. I knew I would be disappointed, but it is on the level of a Greek tragedy that these guys had this mandate and this opportunity, and they're just fucking it all up.
Wow. I love the people who actually thought this was going to work out for them. That's beautiful. What are your intentions with this channel? What are you, the channel's dad, Dylan Hahn, the Emil DeRosa channel's dad just entered the chat, wants to know my intentions with it. And quite possibly flirting with a ban. Asking my intentions. That's tough, pal. Yeah. Also, who's the guy who said, "Let me be your model, I'll rule with an iron fist"? We might have to get someone out of here. Do not ask my intentions. No, I'm just joking. Honestly, I'm just taking it one day at a time. My first intention was to learn how to use the program because I find the live chats very fun, and I didn't want to have to always need the studio to do a live stream if I wanted to, B, need a producer to do a live stream if I wanted to, and I felt very helpless being like, God, I don't even know how to work these. It's insane. I don't know how to work this software. I said, I'm a smart, capable guy. I could figure out how to use some software, can I? And then I did it. And now I'm having so much fun. I can't believe how many people come in here. It'd be fun to get more and more people coming, do more stuff. I would really love to be able to get the zoom in capability stuff. I think that'd be very fun. Get some real goofballs on the live. Also, this seems, look, every time I finish something, I set a new goal, right? So once we get the zooms, I'd love to figure out how we do the, there's got to be a way to do, I think you can take live calls. Now that, come on, if that's not a thrill. Emil, Elden Ring play though, when? I actually have no idea. The video game thing, I mean, that's all, I don't know how people get it. So video games are playing while this is happening. You should make this an Italian guests only show. Now that I like. That's an idea. Gaming would bring the wrong ones. I don't know. I just learned how to use OBS and I feel strong. Hey, Dylan, I'm with you, pal. I feel like I could do anything I want. It does feel good. It feels good to how about Italians by proxy? Explain what you mean and we'll see. Maybe you're able to come on. You got to be more specific than that. If there's one thing we've learned, we don't like people being unspecific. See, I hate that. Does anyone in here get notifications when daddy email goes live? I don't for some reason. That's going to be a question for somebody else. Unless I did something. Please tell me it's not on my end. You should do a little book club during the lives. Yeah, but how do you even set that up? You know? We all gotta read the same book. Wait, I like this. This I can get behind. Apparently some random guys confessing to killing the UHC CEO, and honestly, we love reasonable doubt. Everyone should confess. We're going to we'll do a Spartacus thing. We'll all stand up. Can you guys hear Kev? He's really pissed at someone else. Mm. Show off Kev. He's really focused on there's someone doing something outside. He's really focused on it. Kev, come here. Come here. The only thing is he might bark in the microphone, which I feel bad about. Kev, look over here. Hey, can you look over there? Look. Kev. Hey. Psst. Would love to see a future of this channel where you do a chill cooking live stream with Sarah or Internet Shaquille. See, that honestly sounds fun. Now, this is the kind of stuff, this is what I'm talking about. When we're talking about unbannable offenses, this is a good idea. That would be fun. But again, I mean, you guys don't understand. I don't know how to do that. That would honestly, that's when we're talking about boys. Just I need so many boys. The kitchen, we're not going to be able to cook because there's so many boys in the kitchen just trying to figure out how to keep this all going. But yeah, maybe. That honestly seems fun. I would say don't count it out, but you gotta give me time. I say let's go Zoom first, call in second, cooking live stream next. I mean, that's what I'm talking. When I see this, who's the guy who's in China right now going crazy? Speed. I'm like, how are they streaming? I don't understand. Who even knows? Going to Eos, Paros, and Santorini this summer. Any Rex? You know what? I've never been to Eos. Santorini. That one, you're on your own. It's a very beautiful island. I've been a couple times, but it's very crowded. Especially depending on what time you're going. I would do my best to avoid the crowds. That's my recommendation there, because it gets really jammed. Patos, very fun, very mellow. It can get a little crowded. I went during off peak times. It's beautiful. I wish let me see if I can find it. There's a boat that I went on with me and Phil, and we had the time of our lives. It was a little expensive, but it was this fisher. The dad was a fisher. It was his boat. The son was the captain, and the daughter was a cook. So the dad was sitting there the whole time in the back. the sun was taking us all around to these like hard to get to beaches and these other islands, and the daughter was cooking food downstairs this whole time. Fish that the dad caught like the previous evening. And I don't think there are many more pleasant experiences I've ever had than that boat ride. And that was in Paros. So I will say, let me try to find that one for you, because that was an absolute hoot. Oh, you're one of the yacht girls. Don't call me that. Look, hey, it was not one of those. It wasn't one of those, big boats. It was a pretty small boat. They really only took like 10 people or so out, and I think that's what was so special about it. It was really a really sweet treat for us. Me and Phil just really having the time of our lives. Oh my God, I found it. All right, here, I'm going to put it in the chat for whoever it was. Pentasula's daily cruises, leaving out of Nausa. That was a sweet time. Also, can't recommend enough going over to can't recommend enough going over to the if you're in Paros, going to Antipados. It's a super small, mellow island. Oh, and at night, we actually stayed there. I like to get off the beaten path a little bit. So, what is that? They have a disco out there. Is it La Luna? Yeah. Go to Disco La Luna. I don't think it opens till 2:30 in the morning though, so that's going to be your own vibe. Wait, Alec D, I put it in the chat. Pantasulis Daily Cruises. Look it up. They're the best. I don't understand what that means. Do you anticipate getting any more slippery, or is your slip factor going to remain consistent for the time being? That's honestly flirting with a ban, Porter Jackson, asking about my slippery. Oh, great. You got it. Alec D got it. Also, go to La Luna, man. Have the time of your life. Have the absolute time of your life. Stay up till 2:30 just to go to the bar. How do you think you're doing in life overall? I don't know. I feel pretty happy generally. Everyone's got worries and stuff, but I like my life. I wish the world wasn't so crazy. That's my big thing. What are you reading right now? I'm reading that book, Blood in the Machine. It's pretty good. I really like it. Wow. Tommy Paul might be going down a set. Now that is wild. Do you play video games like nerds do, Emil? I don't really. I don't have any system. I have no Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. No shade. That's been I played a little bit when I was a child, but ever since I was an adult, something about it never really grabbed me. Are there games you could just play online? Oh, that's gonna. I'll tell you what. If people call me old after that, that's gonna be an automatic ban. That one is. But do answer the question, because I am curious. Karen, I agree. Reading this book, it's great. Everyone, they really did a disservice to the Luddites, and it's really cool reading about them. I wish I got to. I wish I got to this. Well, it only came out. I think the book came out last year. It's not like I've been sleeping on it or anything. Wait. Tell me the game. Tell me the game you can play online. That's a cool one. That won't fuck my shit up. I wanna do it. And all you need is a mouse for it. Was the Beatles movie an April Fool's prank or no? As far as I can tell, it was not a. Oh, what's the Luddite book? It's called Blood in the Machine. I think it's by a guy named Brian Merchant. Let me double check that. Yeah, Brian Merchant, Blood in the Machine. Oh, these are all games you have to play with people. Okay, so Aya, don't hit me with just a bro. There are a ton of games you can play. Say them. Cool girl games? Okay, I'm Googling cool girl games. That better not get me in trouble. Wait, which one? Disco Elysium? And you could just play this online? If I just Googled Disco Elysium? This is going to make me feel really stupid. You can't just play the games, right? You gotta download something. All right, let's see what this is all about.
And a strike that's about to become a war.
Wait, I'm confused.
In the great city at the end of the world, there's a dead body behind the hostile cafeteria. And a strike that's about to become a war. Precinct 57 sent their finest. Precinct 41 sent you. Prove them wrong or lose your mind. Disco Elysium, the final cut. Get it now.
Or download on the App Store. You just play it on your phone? You're watching the trailer? No, that was me playing it. I did all that. I threw that. I set that guy on fire. That was me playing games. No. I don't want horror. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why everyone's saying horror games. Is that what games are now? They're just scary? That doesn't seem fun to me. All right? And I do have to agree with TZ Sleazer. I did think there was going to be some disco. That was That was kind of what made me look it up. You're a detective with a unique skill system at your disposal and a whole city to carve your path across. Interrogate unforgettable characters, crack murders, or take bribes. Become a hero or an absolute disaster of a human being. When does the disco happen? When does the disco happen? Whoa, this is fucked up. People are just like... Look up mouth washing. It might be up your alley. Also, why is it all horror? I'm telling you, this I don't like this. Scares me. No, too scary. Honestly, I don't like the look of this guy. This kind of gives me the creeps. I don't like scary movies and stuff. How about, is there a genre of game, just feel good times, where everyone just kind of hangs out and enjoys themselves? Because that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. With love and respect, you might need to start with like Lego Batman. You're moving like a boomer. Yeah, I don't know how to. No, not scary. This seems very scary. Nope. Terrifying. No, too scary. I'm gonna say that one's too scary. Yeah, cozy games. Now that's what I'm talking about. Fancy. Where are the cozy games? Also, guys, is anyone watching this? Tommy Paul is making a little bit of a run here. He's basically back on serve. Wait, which ones? Fuck, I can't keep up with all your Power Wash Simulator. Now that honestly sounds nice. This is honestly my kind of vibe. I like this. This I could really get on board with. Oh, Wallace and Gromit one? Now this, I mean, this rocks. Whoever suggested this.
My new wash lab. With adaptable nozzles and full robotic movement, we'll have this lot cleaned off in no time. Look at what a cracking job it does. Cleans me inventions up a treat. That's it. Best check it's...
You can't do this and expect us not to call you old. Respectfully, why? This seems like a nice game. I don't know. All those other games you sent were the scariest thing I've ever seen. Wallace and Gromit power washing? Yeah. That's my vibe. Doki Doki Literature Club is Emil coded. I'm gonna Google it. This is a game? This is Emil coded? What is this? No, this is not Emil coded. Power Wash Simulator. Okay, I think you guys are actually confusing me now. Stop saying games to me. It's scaring me. This is fun though. This is a whole. I don't know anything about this world. Wait, so basically I just have to what? Buy Steam? And then I can play these games? How much is Steam? Whoa, it's free. Oh, you got to purchase the games. How much is Power Wash Simulator? That's the real question, folks. How much does this cost? Why doesn't it say how much it cost? I don't understand this. God, I know people are just screaming. Oh, here we go. Ooh, the Walls on Grommet one is $7.99. But I could watch the ice rink for free. Tough call. Cruise ship Sundeck. Emil, what are those funky earbuds you have on? They're just like, here, I'll show you. I think they're just these. I needed something that wasn't, just that plugged into the computer because I didn't want to rely on the battery. See, you know what? I wish we never brought up the gaming stuff. I'm getting roasted in the chat. People are making fun of me, saying things like, "How much is Steam?" So this doesn't feel good. This is not what I signed up for when I wanted to do this. Jesus Christ! Tell me Paul tied it up. What the hell is going on? Damn, this is rough. This is why this is I get it. This feels like when people say to me like, "I'm afraid to start going to the gym. I feel like I'm not going to understand stuff and I'm going to feel stupid." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You just go and you just get in there and you work out. You do whatever you want." This feels like this is probably what they're talking about, and I should be I'm being unfair to those people. It's confusing walking into a system you're not familiar with, and you're just getting you got a bunch of people chirping you saying, "How much is Steam?" I didn't know. I thought you had to pay for it, maybe. They're telling you Doki Doki Literature Club is Emil coded. That doesn't feel good. You think I like people saying that kind of stuff to me? Mm-hmm. Okay, someone honestly is saying play Papa's Pizzeria, and that, I'm not going to lie, that piques my interest. All right? That there's something about Papa's Pizzeria. I mean, what's going on here? This is the real question. What do you mean save slot? Who's this guy? Why does he look like the dad from the Oblongs? Time for another adventure. Run the pizzeria while I'm gone. This is stressful. I gotta run a whole... Ooh, Gus. We already have customers. Yeah. I actually don't know what I'm doing. This is my first day, but... Take orders from the customer here. Brother. Okay. Alright. Toppings. This is a mess. This is the topping station. The baking station. Order station. Alright, what do you want? Yeah, I'll take your order. Ooh, half pep. Please tell me the time. 4 cut. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do, guys. All right. Oh, got it. He wanted half. Oh, drag the ticket here. This is ridiculous. This is what people do? You want... I gotta put pizza on everything? Who's this guy? This takes forever. This is what I don't understand about games like this. Oh, he only wants 4. I see. Right? I genuinely don't know. Oh, got it. What do you mean drag the ticket here? What are you talking about? It's pissing me off. Why? Great. Okay, how do you cut it? Oops. E. This guy better be happy with it. Hold on. Was I fucking born to work at a pizza shop? Wait. Okay, take order. Tell me what you want, pal. He wants 8 peps. And don't tell me the time. I feel like I should be able to do the time. I'm the guy. I work at the... I don't really understand what this means. 8 peps. Oh yeah, you gotta put the ticket over here. Wait, oh no, you gotta drag the ticket here? Okay, I did it. Oh great. Let's make it a pizza. I wish I looked at the picture. I don't remember what he wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's probably about right. How do you know it's done? How do you get it off the thing? What the hell? This is fucked. Ah, shit. Oh no. How do I get it out of here? Oh, phew. How do you want it cut? No, that's not good. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Not my best work, guy. All right, I'll take the $1.56. He doesn't seem thrilled though. All right. Hey, 360 in this economy? Not bad. Not bad at all. How do you pronounce my name? It's Greek, but I'm Mexican. That doesn't seem like a Greek name to me, but maybe that's not your actual name. I don't know what you're talking about. Thoughts so far? It was fun enough. I don't think I'd spend an afternoon doing it. You know? But I mean, are you guys seeing this Tommy Paul match? Unbelievable. I think you're ready for Elden Ring. Would I get absolutely smoked if I just started playing that game? Is it extremely difficult? Oh man. All right, guys. I stayed on here actually much longer than I thought. We had some real fun though. We had some real fun. I'm gonna have to get off in a second here. But I'm getting an error on something here. Let's figure out what the hell this means. Interesting. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Damn, that's annoying. Well, probably a good time to get off now anyway. I think I'm getting all kinds of weird streaming stuff. Thanks for tuning in.